Welcome back to the show. Well, a plus-size model has gloriously shut down a fellow passenger who fat-shamed her on an aeroplane, capturing the whole thing on camera and sharing it for all the world to see. Natalie Haig noticed the man sending rude messages about her size, so she took a stand and called him out. At first, the man apologised before taking things up a notch and saying this.
In fairness, you probably shouldn't be sitting at the edge of those seats. You know, when they ask you, are you willing and capable to assist people in getting off the airplane in an emergency, do you honestly think that you are?
Wow, let's go head-to-head now with Shelly Horton and Ian Skippon. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Hey, Liz. Hi, Shell.
Hi.
Shelly, I'm going to start with you. This woman's story has now gone viral, not
Yeah.
surprisingly. It looks like this guy picked the wrong girl, but he fought back.
He did fight back, and I think that that's even more offensive because not only was he fat-shaming, which I think is almost a too kind a word, he was just humiliating this woman. He then tried to justify it by saying, well, you're probably not capable of helping in an exit row, after he had just admitted that he'd been drinking. So who is more incapable, someone who's drunk or someone who goes to the gym 5 times a week but happens to be overweight? I think it's really shameful, and I'm glad she stood up to him, but I also have that sick feeling in my stomach because that would have taken such bravery, and there are so many people out there who wouldn't have been brave enough to say something, and it would have just really damaged them emotionally.
We've had a lot of comments on this morning, Ian, and a few people have been saying she shouldn't be looking at his text messages and certainly shouldn't be taking photographs of those text messages. But is it all fair in love and war in this situation?
Definitely. Good on her. I'm surprised she had anyone has the technical nous to be able to take a photograph of somebody else texting in a plane when you're jammed
Sitting
in as
right
well.
next to them, yeah.
But you're right, Shell. What about the bloke who's, how can he affect an escape in the exit aisle if he's, inebriated a little bit? But what she should have done was order the red wine and say, oh my God, I'm sorry, I've spilled it all over your phone. That would have been a nice outcome.
Yeah,
and
the
especially
only
in Carl's
thing
shirt.
is, he wouldn't have learnt his lesson. And she was classy about the way she did it too. She
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
shown his face, and that really would have resulted in an all-in brawl, I'm sure, on social media. But she was respectful, and she just wanted to make the point that this is what a lot of people of her size have to face every single day.
That's
And how
the
about
sad
his
thing,
legs?
every single day.
Yeah. OK, moving on. If you're wondering why you're a little strapped for cash, ask yourself how much you're spending on your furry friends. A new study out this morning reveals some Aussies are spending more on their pets than they are on themselves. So, Ian, 30% of our disposable income is going on pets. Is that a little excessive?
Probably. Look, we love them to death. There are little fur babies or whatever, but some people take it to the nth degree. I know Shell never would.
I so do.
You wouldn't have a sparkling collar on your pooch, would you? Or
Absolutely.
a little pink tutu or something. I've just come back from Japan. I thought I'd seen everything, but I saw somebody wheeling a stroller with 3 King Charles cabbies, all dressed identically with little bows in their hair. I don't know what that was in Harajuku, so maybe they're Harajuku girls in disguise. I don't know, but yeah, well, I think we can take it to the nth degree, and especially when it comes to their treatment. Some people just go overboard when it comes to how much is too much when it comes to a vet bill.
Well, vet bills are not cheap.
No.
They're very expensive. Take it from me. I picked up the paperwork 2 days after I got Maggie, our boxer puppy that had all sorts of issues health-wise. Not tens of thousands of dollars, but many thousands of dollars later, after all of her treatment, I hadn't filled in the paperwork, Shelley.
Yeah, I can't say this strongly enough. You need to get pet insurance.
Yeah.
It's like those vet bills. I had to lend some money to a friend because her chihuahua needed a tooth removed, and that was $5,000. So
crazy?
she didn't have $5,000. I had to lend it to her. So make sure you get pet insurance. But when it comes to just lavishing love onto your pets, when it's not a health thing, I've got no problem with it. I get so much back. We've had Mr. Barkley. He's a rescue. We've had him for 5 months now, and he was living on the streets in Blacktown, and now he's on a pure venison diet, living in the eastern suburbs. Look at the difference.
Does he like the pink collar?
My husband, when he gets the venison, which the vet has recommended from the butcher, he won't let the butcher know it's for the dog. He says we're having a barbecue.
Look at that. I tell you what, that after is really impressive. And he's got a smile on his face. Shelley.
I'm coming to live with Shelly.
Yes, I
I'll
think we
wear a
all
pink
are.
leash, I don't mind.
Ian and Shelley, thanks so much. Have a great Tuesday.
See ya.
Okay, thanks, Lee. See you, Shell.
See ya.
Now, you are voting in your